This is a video of me sandblasting. It's probably really boring to watch, but it's kind of cool with the first person point of view on it. That when they say that America don't make anything, we do make stuff. It's just a lot of these people, I think, who say America don't make anything are pencil pushers and they're behind desks. With the advancement of AI, which a lot of people on the right are against it, and I can see their argument of why it's bad and how it can be manipulated for evil. We're gonna need the advancement of technology. People are having less and less kids. Back in the day, people would live on a farm and they would have a ton of kids and get free labor. Well, it's kind of a luxury to have a kid nowadays, and it's honestly, it's really expensive to have kids in America. So people are having less and less kids, and this isn't just in America, this is in a lot of different countries. So we don't have the replacement population. Like I've stated before in some of my videos, is we're gonna have scarcity. People don't want to do hard work. This job I'm doing right now, most females will look at me if I told them I do this for work, and they would look down on me because I'm not some type of hedge fund manager or some lavish salesman. These jobs like this are the jobs that keep America moving. These jobs are the backbone of our infrastructure, and you can see the infrastructure failing. You can see with these derailments, and I guess they happen a lot. It's crazy because I never hear about them. They say that hundreds of them happen a year. It's just, I seen a video by Jack Posobiec, and the tracks are horrible, and you can see that the train has to go really slow on these tracks. Well, you need manpower to replace the tracks. You need physical labor, hard work, stuff like this. And a lot of people don't want to do this type of work, whether it's any type of gender nowadays here in America. It's hard. You don't get paid well enough. You don't get status. And it's just a job. This job I'm doing right here, it takes a lot out of you. It makes you really, really tired. That hose is really, really heavy. And I get dirty. I cut all my hair off because I would come home and I'd have a bunch of sand in my hair. And I get filthy. This job is not appealing for most people. Most Americans will not do this type of work. Well, that's the way things are headed, especially with the younger generation. And then you hear boomers complaining about the younger generation. Well, they're the ones that created them. So we'll have less things. Things will move slowly because we'll have less people providing service of shipments and distribution centers, or just general service, and which I think that it's good that AI are taking jobs. I'm not scared of AI taking jobs. Like 100 years, 200 years ago, a lot of people made their life on a farm. They didn't have industrial. and then things started to industrialize, and yeah, they would get jobs. Let's just say like the horse and carriage, and then we went from the horse and carriage to the to cars. Well, back then, people would make saddles or the horseshoes. Those people, they would lose their jobs. But look at how many jobs are created with the advancement of technology. And yeah, AI is going to take a lot of our mundane, boring jobs like this. Do you think I actually like doing this? Do you think this is like something I'm just so super excited to do on a daily basis? Look how boring and tedious this is. If these boring, repetitive jobs can be replaced by technology, that's good. You don't need slavery like back in the day in cotton fields anymore, because we have huge tractors that can do that work way better and way more efficiently. Back when the horse and carriage and we transitioned to cars, they didn't have IT jobs back then. They didn't have computers. Look at all the jobs that have been created, and those people wouldn't even thought about IT jobs or computers back then. So, people are all worried about losing their jobs. I think there'll be probably a ton of different jobs created, and honestly, I mean, if people like to do this, this is their purpose to do this type of work. I mean, I guess people like mowing the lawn, but if people like to do this, I'm sure there'll be some type of simulation or something like that. Now, replacing this type of work is going to take they'll make robots. I'm sure they can make a robot that can take this job right here, right now. But it takes a lot of money. It takes people to know how to operate the robots and maintain the robots. And I think that creativity will be, if you're creative, you can definitely flourish in a post-industrial revolution type of scenario where AI does most of the work. I can make a story. I can put a story or write lyrics in a chat bot, and I can just put ideas, and then it'll make a story or lyrics or whatever for me right now. I'm sure I can do that with music. So that eliminates those jobs, but there'll be like different jobs where like, who knows what type of jobs will be created. And people just have to figure out something else to do with their time. And I think that a lot of people, people need some type of purpose. And this right here, at this point where we have all this knowledge, all this information, I don't need to memorize things anymore. I can just open up my phone and have a wealth of knowledge. And this is why I say that people and kids are smarter than people 10, 20 years ago. 20, 30 years ago. Not necessarily, they might be dumbed down in like real life type of scenarios, but with the wealth of knowledge, I couldn't just hop on YouTube and figure out how to fix some random thing I need fixed. I would have to rely on like somebody else, but I can just do it myself now. And I think that a lot of things going forward, it's just going to be, you're just going to have to do it yourself. And I think that, like, here's a good idea for people who thinking about a business is refurbishment. I think that's going to be huge. Retro stuff, taking old stuff, like, okay, take a TV, right, and refurbishing it into some type of creative thing people will want. I think that used things are gonna be like, instead of like going to Walmart and getting everything new, I think that used things are gonna blow up because you're gonna have scarcity, less people doing the work to produce this stuff. You know, it's just like, instead of working for somebody, you can just pretty much work for yourself. You can just, like this, like take a piece of metal and then have somebody sandblast it, and then you can make something out of it. Now, we're pretty far away when it comes to machines doing most of our labor, hard work, on a major scale. But I think that's good, man. And I would rather spend 6 hours of my day at the gym working on my body than just doing this crap. This is not fun to me. I think that, people might get paid on how healthy they are in the future, by how much they move around. Maybe I think that there'll be multiple types of currencies, and that's how it should be, multiple layers of currencies. And you earn currencies on different ways. And people like nowadays would be like, well, that's stupid. You earn currency by being healthy. Well, that's good, man. I'm less of a drain on the medical system. And yeah, that's all I got. This video is just about done. So yeah, I figured I'd do something, show you guys a little bit of what I do.